organization with programming, empowerment, personal and professional development of women who are part of our sisterhood community and our membership. But we also have a media production arm of the company, and that is where WIM Speaks comes in. This is one of our talk radio shows. And again, I am your host, DP Jeter. And so this gives us an opportunity to have a platform and an outlet for our members and our mission. So if you are out there listening to us and you're interested in coming on to Women in Media, you say, I have something really great that would be awesome to talk on the WIM Speaks show about. You could go ahead and email us at hello@womeninmediaglobal.org. Yes, that is hello@womeninmediaglobal.org. Send us your pitch, take your shot, let us know what it is that you want to talk about on our show. We love having guests on the show. But guess what? Today it is just me. There is no guest on our show today. This show is going to be all about hot topics and some really great industry news and information that is going on. I am in the studio repping my Support Black Colleges sweatshirt. So shout outs to those guys over there in Atlanta, Georgia, who are doing major things. They are alum of Howard University. And so, yes, it's Black History Month, and I decided to rock my Support Black Colleges as a alum, graduate of Spelman College, class of 2010. So definitely representing for all of my HBCU alum today. Like I said, we are still very new to Excitement Radio, but we want you guys to keep up with us, get to know us as we get to know you. So keep it locked and loaded right here on Excitement Radio. So formally, I am Commissioner Danielle P. Jeter from Philadelphia, and I'm also the founder and president of Women in Media Global, and that is WIM, W-I-M Global for short. As appointed commissioner for our governor, Tom Wolf, I am one of his advisors. And so I sit on this appointed committee and I advise the governor on all things Black community issues and topics that he needs to know about Pennsylvanians and what's going on with the Black community. And as a young Black female founder, I am afforded the gracious opportunity to travel all around the world, running my companies from any Wi-Fi signal that I can find or my very own hotspot, running my companies and really working from the road. I love that. So you can consider me your travelpreneur, and also a Jane of all trades and a master of plenty. I'm going to go ahead and change that phrase because I know sometimes they like to say the old way, oh, you're a Jane of all trades and master of none. No, honey, I had to check my own portfolio and say, you know what, Jeter, you've mastered a lot of things. At your young age of 32 years old, you've did it, girl. So yes, I am a Jane of all trades and master of plenty. I am sending light and love to all of our new listeners. Welcome to WIM Speaks Radio. And to all of you who are kicking it with us, who's always here with us every single week, thank you. Thank you for supporting us. We are a nonprofit organization, which means that we operate off of donations, contributions, partnerships, and sponsorships. And also really the support of our members and those who really labor amongst us and who love the work that we do here at Women in Media. So, you know, consider us when you are thinking about doing something for the greater good and you want to invest in women. Make sure that you invest right here with Women in Media. So each and every Wednesday, once again, make sure you lock it into your schedule. You can find us right on air every Wednesday from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That is Eastern Standard Time on excitementradio.com every week, discussing topics and issues that has everything related to our brand and our mission. The WIM Speaks Show explores important issues and current events in the media, communications, and arts industry and how women are affected by it. Here at Women in Media, we encourage you to own your voice and make a difference in the world. We empower, equip, and encourage women to own their voices. Women in media, communications, arts, entertainment, and even business. So if you resonate with any of those industries, hey, welcome to the club. You are our WIM sister, and you are a part of our community. You can keep up with Women in Media online, womeninmediaglobal.org. Follow us on Twitter at WIM Speaks. Follow us on Instagram at WIM Global. And we're also on Facebook at WIMGlobal.org. And we're very new to LinkedIn. So you can find us on LinkedIn, like us, follow us at Women in Media Global. I am Black. I'm in America, and my entire professional career has been all about entrepreneurship. I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 19 years old. And so all I've done over these last 12 years is build brands, build businesses, not only my own companies that I've founded, but I'm heavily invested in other people's companies as well, and shedding light and acknowledgement and really marketing the brands of others. And there's a very strong focus on the work that we do with Black America, Black business owners, and especially women-owned businesses. So again, today's show is going to be really dope. We're talking about all things Black History Month, Black culture, Black ownership, a strong emphasis on Black ownership, because if it's something that we learned in 2020 or were actually reiterated, was that ownership in the Black community is vital to our survival in the United States. It's not necessary. It is beyond necessary, because in order for us to really survive and then thrive, we have to own things, right? And so that is a huge takeaway that I took from 2020, the global pandemic, and the fact that everything that happened, you can't really plan for a global pandemic, but you can always plan for a rainy day. No one knew that the pandemic was coming, but it hit our country so hard economically that so many people lost their jobs. And what's really stood out to me about that is that the Black community was highly affected by the pandemic, not only from getting sick and people, passing away from COVID-19. Rest in peace to all the lives that were lost. Rest in power to all of the Black lives that were lost to COVID-19. But the fact that corporations, Fortune 500 companies that are on the S&P 500 companies, laid off dozens of people, and that affected our communities. There should never, ever, ever be anything that can interrupt the flow of our communities, because we need to be in control of our own communities. Black business is so important to me, one, because I think about the generations to come all the time. I think about young people who aren't here yet. I think about our future generations, and I think about what are they going to have to own, to look forward to, that is theirs, that they can call a part of their legacy, right? And so it is really up to us now in the present to think about that, to create legacies and ownership of institutions, of businesses that are not just small businesses, but that they grow to large and corporations, and that we own real estate, and that we own products, and that we're not only consumers, but we're owners of all of these things that go into our daily life and what we use to operate our lives. So when we think about business and you think about it from a legacy standpoint, you should understand that, yes, I have on a t-shirt that says support Black colleges. Absolutely support Black education. Black education and Black colleges tend to graduate many Black business owners. And so supporting Black businesses will create job opportunities for our young people who go to college, who graduate, and who are looking for career opportunities. We should position ourselves to be able to create jobs of our own, so that our young people and our people in general do not have to go outside of the community for employment, but that they have the opportunity to look right into their neighborhoods, look right into their own culture, and be able to be employed, mentored, and invested in by people who look like them. And so my inspiration for going into business 4 times over was to create opportunities for other people who look like me, meaning that there's women who look like me and that there's young Black people who look like me. And I will say that probably 80% of the people that have been employed by my companies, my for-profit company, my nonprofit company, and the initiatives that I am blessed to be a part of are women of color and are women in general. So yes, we are Women in Media Global. We are not Black women in media. We are Women in Media Global, simply meaning that we are here for all nationalities, all women of every color and every creed. We want to create, and we have a sisterhood of diversity and people who are really invested in the lives of women in media. So, yes, I am the founder of the organization, and I am an African American. I am Black. And so I'm always going to advocate for the success and for the needs and for the voices of the Black community. So, getting into some of our topics today, I love when I have the opportunity to really just sit and read and browse the news and kind of see what's going on. And honestly, I just want to give it up to all of the Black founders everywhere and just Black excellence and Black culture in general, because this last year, I mean, baby, we really turned up, with everything that happened with Black Lives Matter and so many of the lives that were lost that we protested for and advocated for. It fueled us in a way that allowed people to just get up and do something and soar. And so we, are excited about that, and I want to encourage everybody to stay committed to that. Sometimes we have these waves where something happens in our news and we're reactive to it, and we get excited about it and we say we should do something, and then we do something for that moment, and then things die down until something else pops up in the news, and then we're reactive, and then we do something. For the last year, I feel like the wave has been high. It hasn't been this up and down of supporting the culture internally or even people outside of our culture. It has really been an all-time, absolute high. And so I'm excited to see what the rest of 2021 looks like, and what going into even 2022 and 2023, because there were a lot of corporations, Fortune 500s, who came out publicly and said, Black Lives Matter. We want to offer these amazing opportunities for Black people because they need it. And we want to be a part of pushing the culture forward. And I loved it. But again, I want to track it, and I want to see where we actually go with this. So one of the things that I want to talk about tonight, I was browsing and I saw something on The Root, the Spell House ownership, business, and culture vultures. So this article on The Root talked about Spell House. Spell House is really a beloved name that is for Spelman College and Morehouse College. Morehouse and Spelman College are brother-sister schools, historically Black colleges located in Atlanta, Georgia, really right across the street or across the parking lot from one another. And that same promenade is also Clark Atlanta University. So you have these three amazing Black institutions on taking up one part of the city called the West End. And Spelman and Morehouse are affectionately known as Spell House. So from the moment that you are a freshman and you attend either one of these schools, you are immediately introduced to your Spelman sisters and your Morehouse brothers, and we become one big collective. There's even just amazing tales and fantasies. They're not always fantasies, but it's just these cute traditions that we have where you have Spell House babies and Spell House marriages and Spell House couples and Spell House love. And of course, you come to Spelman or Morehouse and you want to, meet the love of your life at your like-minded brother school or sister school. And that's almost everybody's dream. And if you meet a Spelmanite or a Morehouse alum who says that was not their dream, I beg to differ. I'd say that deep down inside, that was their dream. Oh, I want to marry a Spelman woman. I want to marry a Morehouse guy. And and so together that is us. We have a tradition, we have culture amongst us. We are a network, not only through college but post college. We still work together, we collaborate, we build each other up. We are community, we are family. If you stop in the street and you went to Spelman or Morehouse and you say, I am class of whatever class you are, and they say they went to Morehouse or Spelman, immediately you think highly of this person. You were bomb, you're my family, I love you, etc., etc. And so I go on to say, this article is on the root. It talks about how there is another company that is like this company, like Support Black Colleges, but it's called Legacy, History, and Pride. And they do the same thing. They have apparel that supports HBCUs and it promotes Black colleges, and you can buy it. And the cool thing about this story, and guess what? This is another Howard alum. Well, he's not even a Howard alum. He's actually a Howard student. Another Howard student. The owner and founder of this company is selling this. I was really proud of this young man to see that he has a company at such a young age. It's popular. So what happened was it got popular because one of the players from the NBA was like caught at the games. Like he had this whole personal movement going on where he was wearing HBCU apparel at all of the games. And so it went viral, right? One particular game, he wore like a Spell House hoodie that was made by Legacy, Hope, and Pride, the company of the Howard student. And it got really, really popular, right? And there's news reported that the student went ahead and filed for a trademark to trademark Spell House. Well, conversations got a little bit heated. There was some back and forth on social media. And also there was a response from the company and the young man on Legacy, History, and Pride. And he talked about why he decided to go after getting the trademark. And so, the controversy is this. This young man does not go to Spelman, does not go to Morehouse. He technically is not officially a part of Spell House. However, of course, he is our HBCU brother. He is a student at another HBCU. So, of course, he's a part of us. He's a part of the culture and the whole movement. And that is good. But people were kind of offended that he went ahead to trademark something that, doesn't necessarily belong to him. But then the other part of the conversation is like, how can anybody own Spell House unless Spelman and Morehouse institutions decided to formally get together and create a formal initiative or some sort of movement or brand something that says Spell House? Then, okay, yes, I can see Spelman and Morehouse institutions owning this beloved phrase Spell House. But in other cases, even us as alum, nobody can technically own that. And so that was a heated conversation. I mean, I kind of agree. It kind of, because of our beloved, and our admiration and our infatuation towards our HBCUs, it makes sense. I understand the notion and what people are kind of feeling about that, but I mean, he made a business move. He was making a business move. So, I mean, I would love to hear what y'all think about this whole situation. Even if you didn't go to HBC or you have no official affiliation with Spelman College or Morehouse College. I mean, I would love to hear what you have to say. So, in his response, he talks about how there was a couple of reasons why he went ahead and decided to apply for a trademark that has yet been confirmed, but is still out there. So, he talks about how, their mission for the brand is to make, fashionable apparel that gives notoriety to our HBCUs, moves our culture to mainstream. Now, I don't know what that means, move our culture to mainstream. I mean, aren't we already mainstream? But anyway, give back to our schools through our licensing agreements and make substantial donations towards scholarships and our 501c3 partner, HBCU Alumni Alliance. Our intention is not for you to stop using the term or the name for your groups, parties, or even your screen printed tees. Our intention is to uplift and bring credence and credibility to the mark. Our platform has allowed us to take the time and withal to showcase HBCUs in the fashion arena. And if we don't have it, who would? Or should we wait for the colonizers to take it and run it into the ground to their benefit and not to benefit our community? He also says that, yes, We applied for the trademark in a class of apparel because our company has become known for selling these popular items. Shout outs to the NBA. And we decided to protect the name from the culture vultures that are lurking to benefit from the mark and not give anything back to the community. I mean, but I thought that was an interesting story. So go ahead and definitely check that out. You can learn more about this company on shoplhp.com. That is shoplhp.com. Go ahead and read that story. It's on the route. You know, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I've already given you my thoughts on that. So moving on. If you don't know about Forbes the Culture, I'm about to break it down to you right now. Forbes the Culture is an amazing organization. It's a membership organization, and it was founded by a really dear friend of mine and also one of my public relations clients. His name is Rashad Lambert from Philadelphia. So recently, in most recent news, Rashad Lambert was appointed by Forbes. Not only is he the founder of Forbes the Culture, but he was appointed by them as well to be their Let me get this straight. Because I mean, this is big news. This is big news for Philadelphia, and really this is big news for us as well. I'm going to get his official title for you guys. So yes, he's Forbes the Culture, but also the Director of Culture and Community at Forbes. And really, Forbes the Culture started out as its own group, which was built around a response to the 30 Under 30 Summit that is owned and produced by Forbes. We all know Forbes, the big business media company. And I mean, if you're a business owner, I mean, you almost dream of being on a Forbes list. Like, you make the Forbes list, like, you are official. Like, you are out here killing it. And you are recognized by your peers and your industry. I mean, I know that I have aspirations to be a Forbes, recognized on a Forbes women's list as one of the most successful Black business women in the world. I mean, why not? So they have this amazing 30 Under 30 Summit that was got started in Philadelphia, and then moved to Boston. Well, what happened was they found that this particular summit, again, it really lacked diversity. The Black people who were there were very far, few, and in between, but it was such an influential and monumental occasion for people who are in this industry of media and business and tech. And it spills over into other industries as well, but those are really major intersections for this, and you have to be invited to it. It's like an invite-only summit. It's very influential, and if you are not, first you have to be invited, and then you have to pay $5,000 in order to go. I mean, when I went, I was invited by the mayor of Philadelphia, and I was on the committee, so I was able to finesse the room and get in there on behalf of our mayor at the time. But it's not nothing it's really influential, and so $5,000. You a Black business owner, you thinking about, yes, shout outs to support Black colleges. Hey, Omar. Hey, Mom. Hey, Ashley. You $5,000 to go to the Forbes conference. I'm cool. I just follow them online, right? So it creates a barrier of entry, honestly, because $5,000 is not a cheap price for a lot of us to be able to access a room of influence and a room of prestige. So that population of Black people who actually attend is rather small. They created their own culture called Forbes the Culture, and they would have these Black business meetups during the summit every single year. And the summit has been going on for 5 or 6 years. And so they created this subcategory group, this meetup, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew. And I think it's really dope that Forbes acknowledged it, partnered with them, brought them on, and then appointed my friend as Director of Community and Culture. Who doesn't want to be the Director of Culture? At a Fortune 500 media company or any company in general where you are ushering in Black culture. So I want to say congratulations officially and shout outs to my boy, Rashad Lambert, for really changing the game. All right, so that's the backstory. The story that I want to talk about now is the state of Black entrepreneurship, defying and creating Black history. This group, I'm a member of this group as well. So our group, we are petitioning to move Black History Month from February to June. And I really enjoy how thorough this presentation is and this announcement. It just came out recently. And, you know, I'm pretty sure that an initiative or a cause like this has been brought up over the years, right? And so to see them really bring it back up and push it forward, I think is great. Forbes the Culture is really filled with a lot of young millennial business owners from all over the country who are energetic, excited, and change agents in their industry. And so, you know, February is the shortest month of the year. It's the coldest. It's the darkest. It's not that great. I mean, we love February. Praise God for February. But, you know, Juneteenth, you know, Forbes the Culture thinks it's better to celebrate Black History Month during June. In the summer, it's a longer month. It's a fair month. You have more days to celebrate. But they bring up a point that, you know, through research, February is not a moneymaker month for all businesses, and Black businesses really suffer. And so if we're going to have a Black History Month, we should be profiting from that opportunity. We shouldn't just be celebrated or posted up on marketing campaigns and posted all around digital social media and acknowledged, just, you know, praising us. But we should also be monetizing for us. And I will honestly say, you know, as a business owner for the last 12 years, first quarter of the year is really slow for my business. So the research makes sense. February is certainly slow for my business. And I had to just accept that fact after watching the numbers for years and years and years, that it's just slow. And I have to, you know, continue to be creative to make money for the month of February. And that's where I began to do Valentine's events with AOI Events and PR, my communications agency. They also talk about how June is the first month of the summer. It's warm, it's bright, it's fun. People can enjoy the outdoors. It gives businesses more of an opportunity to make money. And the sun is out, right? According to research in health and science, vitamin D, melanin, it works magic for Black people and melanated people. So having our month celebrated during a time where it's warm outside and the sun is out, it really makes sense as well, according to Forbes the Culture. But, you know, just to read a little bit about what they have going on. In 1994, 1 year after his death, Reginald Lewis released his biography, Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun? A chronicle of his experience feeling virtually invisible in the business world. Lewis was the first Black man to build a billion-dollar U.S. company, yet his name and face were and continue to be largely unknown. The book outlines the struggles he faced as a Black man and what he calls a white man's world. Too little has changed since Lewis' passing. Black Americans are often forgotten about from history. They are often overlooked and squeezed out, and thus have not been granted the same opportunities. This is a little-known Black history fact. There are only 4 Black CEOs of S&P Fortune 500 companies. It'll be 5 in March when the sole Black female CEO takes their position, and that is my Spelman sister going over to Walgreens to be the CEO. Spelman be doing it. But only 9% of businesses are Black-owned, and roughly 1% of Black-owned businesses have received venture capital funding. I'm a part of that 9% and that 1%. So Lewis' story is one of Black wealth, a history that continues to be screwed. Forbes the Culture is on a mission to change that. And so, you know, what I would actually love to see more is the celebration of Black wealth, the celebration of Black ownership, and not so much our struggle. Yes, our struggle, I say acknowledge the struggle. Certainly, we can't forget where we came from. But, I mean, young people today, I mean, millennials and Gen X, we kind of want to move away from the whole oppressors talk. Like, we know that part of history. The part that's really missing from modern Black history are those success stories. And so here's where much of the rectifying will come in. February, again, is the coldest and shortest month of the year. has been considered a time to celebrate Black history and support the Black community. So Forbes The Culture is rallying entrepreneurs, executives, celebrities, and fellow change makers to join their campaign. They have a page on change.org where you can sign. They only need 500 signatures to make this happen. You can go ahead and sign it and help move Black History Month from February to June. I like the idea of it being in June. And so Black businesses will be able to capitalize, as I said. We will keep it around, the month of Juneteenth and the holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S. Last year, on the heels of George Floyd's murder at the end of May, it was also the month in which much of the world faced a heightened reckoning with racial injustice. We recognize that June is also Pride Month, and we intend to complement ongoing efforts to celebrate the LGBTQ plus community, shedding light on the importance of the intersectionality of collective and liberation. That is a statement from Forbes The Culture. So again, you can go on change.org and you can sign the petition to move Black History Month. Forbes The Culture, you can find this article on Forbes.com as well. And make sure you check out Forbes The Culture. Follow them online. Follow them on social media as well. And yeah, get linked in with what they have going on. I'm excited because Forbes The Culture also has members in South Florida. They have members in, Broward County and Miami-Dade County. And so the founder, Rashad Lamberg, will be in town next week. We have several initiatives going on, including a live interview with iHeartMedia, where Stitches will be interviewing Rashad Lamberg all about Forbes The Culture and just his amazing accomplishments as a successful Black business owner. And also, we have a private reception going on at Red Roosters. Red Roosters is new, Black owned in Overtown, Miami, historic part of town. So we have a private reception going on there next week as well. So if you want to get linked into those events, you can go ahead and send me an inbox. You can also email me directly at WIM, that is WIM Philly, PHILLY @gmail.com. Both of these events are private and invite only. We got to be COVID safe. We gonna live our lives safely with COVID. So if you want to be involved, hit me up. I'm gonna make space. I do have a cutoff, but we definitely gonna get it popping. So Philly, the Miami Connect is real. Rashad Lamberg will be in town next week to kick things off and to really connect with our Forbes The Culture South Florida members and to connect with Women in Media Global South Florida members, so forth and so on. So moving on, welcome back to WIM Speaks Radio. I am your host, DP Jeter. I'm excited because I'm at excitementradio.com. I am excited at excitementradio.com. Thank you so much to DJ Ben Hot for having us and allowing women in media to do what we do. Speak, talk, give a voice to women, give a voice to those who need it, and making a room in the industry for women to lead. I am here talking about all things Black culture, Black history, Black ownership. And let me tell you, Black millennials were on a home buying surge in 2020. People got real educated, got real smart, and they went ahead and started to buy homes. And this inspired me so much because, again, I'm on my own Black wealth ownership journey. I'm about making sure that I have legacy to leave behind for those, because I honestly don't believe, just like Drake said, everybody don't have to start from the bottom. My people, they're not going to start from the bottom. And so that is my motivation to work so hard. That is my motivation to keep going, because I think about my legacy. What do I want the world to know about me? And most importantly, what do I want my loved ones and my family to have and know about me before, and after I am gone from this place? So I was really, really excited to see this article. It's in the Philadelphia Tribune newspaper, the oldest Black-owned newspaper in the country, the Philadelphia Tribune. So shout outs to Philly. We doing it real big. African Americans, Black couples, Black people have really set the game. So the National Association of Realtors and the National Association of Real Estate Brokers both say first-time Black millennial buyers made the bulk of African American home purchases in 2020, as many fled apartments in major cities and purchased homes in the suburbs. Without a doubt, African American millennials are participating in home buying surge. And the fact that Black home purchases are much higher now compared to before the pandemic is quite a surprise. So for all those people who were preparing, prior to COVID-19 pandemic hitting us, they were in position to buy homes. And the homes were kind of like on sale. Prices dropped, and Black millennials are buying houses everywhere. The added income and reduced personal spending has allowed wealthy and middle-class Black millennials to take advantage of record low mortgage rates in the markets where available homes have been relatively scarce. Realtors and economists say they expect Black millennial home buying trend to continue in 2021. So, hey, go ahead and buy that house, Black millennial. Go ahead and get connected to those lenders, those brokers, and those real estate agents that can help you make that move. Make your next move your best move. So I'm definitely excited about hearing the news about my community, making things happen. Realtors say the pandemic, the low mortgage rates, and new cultural emphasis on Black wealth building among African Americans are factors driving mortgage-ready Black millennials, those with credit scores and income levels that make them suitable mortgage applicants, to purchase houses in markets where owning a house is often cheaper than renting. I love that. Go ahead and check out that article. You can Google it, the Philadelphia Tribune newspaper. And, big ups, congratulations to all of the first-time home buyers. My cousin, shout outs to my cousin, DJ Papers, Andre Corbett. He just purchased a home last week, I want to say, with his wife, first-time home buyer. So I know somebody right in my own family. Also, one of our Women in Media members, Key Robbins, she purchased not her first home, but she purchased another home. And she's a Black millennial as well. So I'm loving it. I'm on y'all heels. I'm about to buy my house too, y'all. I'm about to buy my house. So look out for it, because I am also going to be a part of that wave as well. Moving on. Did y'all hear about the college roommates turned business partners, Black women who closed a deal on the $8.3 million hotel? Yes, these Black sisters purchased a hotel for $8.3 million in Oklahoma from a major hotel chain. The two former college roommates turned business partners are making big moves in their careers in real estate. We was just talking about it, y'all. So we went from home ownership to commercial real estate. This week, Atlanta-based entrepreneurs Devon Reeves and Jessica Meyer celebrated a big career milestone on the recent acquisition of Home 2 Suites by Hilton in El Reno, Oklahoma, through their millennial-driven hotel ownership group. I'm going to say it again. Millennial-driven hotel ownership group. Okay, shout outs to Black Girl Magic. For real, really doing it. The deal was done in partnership with Nassan Investments and is valued at $8.3 million, also making Myers and Reeves the youngest Black women to enter co-owned a property under a major hotel chain. The property is the first acquisition under the Epic Collective, Myers and Reeves real estate company, to work on commercial spaces. So I began to research these sisters. First of all, Atlanta, shout outs to Atlanta and like the entrepreneurship movement. I started my business in Atlanta. Let me tell y'all a little story. I started my business in Atlanta as well, graduating from Spelman, but I started my company as a student at Spelman. At that time, the entrepreneurship wave, small business wave, it wasn't there. It wasn't popping. It was difficult. It was difficult, but I love to see where the market has gone and how just first-time entrepreneurs, small businesses, new businesses, it's a mecca there. And I see a wave of successful entrepreneurs really making things happen. And so I began to research the Epic Collective. And what I love about them is that they have a business model where they have investors. So you can invest with them and be a part of purchasing commercial real estate. It's almost like a wealth building group, but like so clutch, and they buy commercial property. So I'm really excited to just learn about their story. It's their first acquisition. So we know it's difficult to start a business, especially being Black in America and starting for the first time. They went to Georgia State and graduated, and they have this amazing company. I'm looking into working and doing business with them and figuring out, how I can sign up and be an investor with them. I have become a investor as well through the pandemic, really learning about that. And so I'm really grateful. I love the excitement of being an investor and just learning more and more about like how to grow our money and how to grow our wealth. And so by forming Epic Collective, an Atlanta-based commercial real estate investment firm, Myers and Reeves have acquired more than $14 million in commercial real estate assets. Boss. The company's primary goal is a collective approach to help investors invest in real estate projects that ordinary people might not have access to. I am that ordinary person, and I need access. So Myers and Reeves' ownership and the lack of representation and ownership by Blacks and women in the hotel industry has led these two business partners to have greater aspirations for the future. And quote, stay in committed action no matter what it looks like. Don't allow your current circumstance to dictate the altitude of your success. Myers told Black Enterprise, if your dreams aren't scaring you, they're not big enough. We know that historic quote. It is so true. It is so real. I found this article on Black Enterprise and I loved it. And I look forward to connecting with these ladies. To learn more about Epic Collective, just go to their website, www.epiccollective.com. That is epiccollective.com. Wow. Okay. We had the last 5 minutes of the show. So as we start to wrap up our show, I want to share with you all about a new business that I am a co-owner of. It's called Inspire Property Solutions. I too am in the real estate game. I'm so excited that this company was founded in 2019. It is a very new company, and I'm a co-owner of it. So me and my partner founded Inspire Property Solutions. The CEO is Emmanuel Stupard, and I am his business partner. And so this company, it's really profound how all things came together. But in 2017, I wrote on my vision board and I manifested that I wanted to have crash pads in various cities across the world. Y'all already know that I'm a travelpreneur, so I run my businesses from the Wi-Fi on the road wherever I go. And so what will make that such a sweet deal is if I had a closet in every city that I love to frequent. And right now, I really enjoy frequenting, of course, Philadelphia. That's home base, South Florida, and Atlanta. And beyond, like definitely the islands and so forth and so on. I enjoy Costa Rica. I enjoy Jamaica. But I say all that to say, like when I travel and I'm doing business, and most of my travel is inspired by business. Yes, I take leisure trips, but it is inspired by business. I make sure that I do business in every market that I travel to because I got to pay for the trip. Duh. And so having a closet in every city that I go to is like magic. Like I want to get on the plane with like my laptop and my charger and my credit card, and that's it. I don't want a bag. I don't want a jacket. I don't want nothing. I just want to walk on the plane and be done with it. And so I didn't know how I could really make this vision a reality. I just had it for a very long time, and I began to just continue to manifest that. And so, it's really only by God's like grace and his orchestration of how he just makes all things come together that this company, Inspire Property Solutions, was born. And so the company right now is, like I said, is new and young. It's a real estate company. We're really focused on short-term rentals, long-term rentals, and vacation rentals. And so we're getting into that Airbnb space. We have our first Airbnb up in Philadelphia. So if y'all need a spot, In Philly, we got y'all. And our vision is that we duplicate this model in the cities that I love to go to. So right now, we're doing Philadelphia, then we're going to get a space in Atlanta, then we're going to get a space in Miami, and then we're going to keep going. We're going to duplicate that space. In addition to that, the company will also launch our own car rental company. Thanks to Turo, they have a seed initiative for Black businesses and Black people, Black professionals. If you Black, you can do it. This seed initiative gives you the opportunity to start your very own car rental company. So imagine us with this travel business. It's really a travel business. We have the properties, we have the cars, and so forth and so on. The vision continues to go on. And so the company it's a great idea. It's a great business model, and we need you. We need investors, we need partners, and we need locations and more buildings. So if you are also interested in getting into real estate, we have a way for you to make money with us. And if you have a space where we could potentially manage your property for you as the property managers, we would love to do that as well. We are on Facebook at Inspire Property Solutions, and our website is inspire-propertysolutions.com. Again, our focus markets right now are Philadelphia, Atlanta, Miami, and we're looking to do really great and amazing and big things. The Travelpreneur has a travel company called Inspire Property Solutions. Y'all probably like, okay, Jeter, how many businesses do you have? I'm just a serial entrepreneur, y'all. I get money, okay? Travelpreneur, the whole object of the game is to have multiple streams of income, make it big, be a billionaire, be a boss, get on Forbes, and give back to the culture. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I have one more song that I'm going to play for you. So I'm going to end the show right there. Please check out and follow Women in Media. Like us on Facebook at WIM Global Org. We're on LinkedIn at Women in Media Global, Twitter at WIM Speaks, Instagram at WIM Global. Our website is womeninmediaglobal.org. And I am your host, DP Jeter. You can contact me via email at hello@womeninmediaglobal.org. Now I'm going to take y'all back. Happy Black History Month. Thank you for your support and for tuning in. I am DP Jeter, and this is Women in Media, and we have spoken.